Reginald, the market doesn't seem to be exhibiting any kind of strong direction in terms of where it wants to go.
The market has been trading in a very thin channel, actually. The channel was wide around March, but it has been squeezing the market, and actually what we are looking at is in the 50-day exponential moving average going on top, acting like now the resistant, and the 200-day moving average coming below. So the moment that happens, we'll be entering into more of a bearish period.
Can I ask you to put on your forecasting hat and tell us perhaps where you see that next move being? Is that going to be up? Is that going to be down?
The move actually is going to be headed down. If you look at the way the market has been moving, it has just been bouncing between its 200-day and its 50-day. But the 50-day has been moving upwards. So the moment the 50-day goes up, for the short-term traders, we'll be entering into a bearish period.
Now today, I'm seeing some gains, very strong gains today here for Williamson TK of Kenya, and now that was up 4.5%. Was there any news accompanying that move?
Not really. It's actually what's affecting the tea sector in the country. Yields are down 40 to 50%, and tea prices have just been skyrocketing. So companies like Williamson Tea, Sasini, and Ria Vipingo have actually been getting good attention on the market because of rising tea prices.
And what's your take on the results that we saw from Diamond Trust Bank of Kenya? The numbers that I saw suggested a 17% increase in profit after tax, and yet right at the top, if you look at all the numbers right at the top, there were gains of more than 50%, and yet that money seems to have been eaten down along the line amongst the expenses. And yet that stock today up 0.5%.
Yeah, actually, the major cost for banks right now is their provisions for bad debts. Loans have not been that good, and many banks are actually increasing their provisions. Look at Equity Bank that just released their results an hour ago. Have doubled their reserves from 700 million to 1.6 billion. So for most banks, you'll see that the top line may be okay, but the middle part, provisions are actually eating into most of the profits.
And I saw expensive, particularly jumping, I think it was something around 45% in the case of Diamond Trust of Kenya. And yeah, you're talking about Kenya Equity Bank. The numbers here, just to update our listeners, the bank posted a 15% drop in pre-tax profit. Now that's to 2.7 billion shillings. Are those results in line with what the market has been expecting?
We've been expecting banking stocks to actually announce not so good results. For equity, actually, you might need to remove the one-off factor for the Safaricom IPO last year.
Right.
If you do that, their results will end up around 35% increase in pre-tax profit if you normalize their accounts.
Right.
But the trend has been no good results actually from most banks, apart from Standard Chartered that shocked the market with a 43% rise.
So the place to stay away are the banks. Where should you go?
Stay away from the banks, run to the agricultural sector, tea companies mostly. On a week-to-week basis, we have about 4 or 5 agricultural sector companies in the top 10 list of gainers, and it has been the trend for the last 1 month onwards.
One other sector that seems to be attracting attention, I see here Kenya Power and Lighting Company today down 6%. No surprises, we know they are in trouble because of the drought.
Yeah, that is actually expected. Kenyan has also been tracing them down. We really don't see a solution to the power problem in the next coming month or 2 months. So their revenues will definitely be cut, especially with now the rationing that they're doing, it's cutting into their revenues. So that is just being factored into the prices.
Now, do you think that the market has fully factored those factors into the price that we're seeing now, or there's more to go in that stock?
I believe there's still more to go. The market, the NET is not that efficient, so it will take some time to factor in those that news into the price of the stock.